Hey guys, Welsknight here, and welcome back to another episode of Vault Hunters. Hope you guys are having an awesome day. I'm having a fantastic day. I've been on that level grind. I am up to level 91 now. I've been making use of some of these dolls, which people have been helping out with. I think I still have quite a few of them in here. Yeah, I've got quite a few. And also, Etho has... Etho and I think also some other members of the server as well have a massive number of burgers in here that we can consume too, with more coming. So we're working really, really hard to try and get everyone to level 100 for the final boss fight, which is coming up very soon. Also, I don't know if I actually mentioned this, but we do have all the relics. I'm not sure exactly when we finished those up, but yeah, all the relics are ours. And I have acquired some new equipment. It was time to get rid of some of my old stuff and our sword. I finally found a sword that has higher attack damage than our old level, I think it was like a level 69 sword or something like that. I finally found one at level 90 that had higher attack damage, put sweeping hit on it. But my build has changed a little bit. I'm kind of a spark build now, an Archon Smite build. So I have pretty good ability power and very, very good mana regeneration. I think I'm at like 300% mana regen. 245. I was at like 300, and then I swapped out my focus that I was using for a wand instead for more ability power. But yeah, Smite, this Archon skill just melts enemies that get close by. It does chew through mana, but I have good enough mana regen that it worked pretty well. It's doing good for me. So let's head back to our base here. And we're going to pop these dolls. These are kind of cool, actually. So you put them down, and they kind of run around, and you have to whack them like a piñata. Hey, come here, you. There we go. And you can see we got a little bit of experience from that. And then we also got some loot as well. So let's see. It's kind of like running a vault without actually running a vault. And actually, we got a fair amount of like vault gear and stuff from that, as well as some other things. So pretty cool. Let me identify all of the vault gear here. There we go. Ooh, a new helmet that we haven't had before. So let's see. Let's sort this. That might be a little better than what I've got. Nope, it's not. Knockback resist. If that was a better ability, we would better legendary ability, we would be very happy. But yeah, it doesn't look like any of this is particularly good. So it's fine. But yeah, we're doing good. I'm on the grind, and we're slowly making progress. Once you get to level 90, the experience progression slows down quite significantly. I have been putting my expertise points into Unbreakable. I think this is where my last couple levels of expertise are going to go, because that will actually make our tools last considerably longer. Because the other thing, too, is Archon actually gives you 30% Unbreaking, too. So between that and the Unbreakable skill and Unbreaking 3 on the item itself, our durability is, the items will still eventually break eventually, but it's going to take a while, which I think is great. But yeah, I'm going to get all this stuff sorted out and get back to running some vaults. I'm trying really, really hard to get to level 100 before our deadline hits. Well, my friends, I wanted to give you just a little bit of a progress update after quite a few hours of grinding, and with the help of some burgers, I am up to level 95. We are closing in. Probably not going to be able to hit level 100 today, but maybe tomorrow, especially with the help of burgers. I think if you're trying to grind a lot in such a short amount of time, this is the way to do it. There's about 3,000 of them in here. And you can see a stack of burgers is about a third of a bar of HP. I'm sure that will continue to drop off, but even still, that means enough stacks of burgers and I will almost certainly be able to hit level 100 before the fight rolls around. So that's good. We do have a level 95 crystal here. And I think we're just going to go for it. You know what I should do, though, is I should actually pop back here and grab a doll to take with me. Let's go with Joe. Sure. We'll run a Joe doll. Just throw that on my head. And I think... so the dolls are currently bugged with brazier vaults, which means if we want to make sure that this works, we're going to want to make a seal. Let's just do like an Elixir vault. That should be fine. And hopefully we will be able to complete this and give Joe some free experience, essentially, and also some items. So let's just pop over here. Go away, Adobe. We're good. I got everything, potion stuff. My magnet is a little... Oh, I have a bunch of stuff in here. I need to dump this. My magnet's a little bit damaged, but I do have a backup magnet, just a common one in my backpack, just in case it breaks. So I think we should be okay. Let's go for it. Also, if I die, it is going to cost me 128 gold to revive, which is a decent amount, but it is actually down from what it was before. I think we're just going to go for it. We have all our stuff, and I will get a chance to actually show you how the new build works a little bit. Okay, so we got Snow, Ice Kingdom, Vault thing. This one. We're going to activate Smite Archon. You'll notice my mana is not currently going down. I regenerate mana faster than the cost. I think it uses 0.5 per second or something like that. Yeah, it uses half a mana per second. And I believe at 100% mana regen, you regenerate 1 mana per second. But I'm at considerably more mana regen than that. I'm at 421 right now, which is, enough to keep this running. So yeah, let's go. Looks like we're going north. And we need to figure out what the good stuff is for this particular Elixir vault. So you'll notice I run into this guy, and keep in mind, these are tank enemies, just melted. Absolutely melted. Which is why this is okay, good. So horde enemies seem to actually give like a pretty decent amount of experience, which means this should be like the easiest Elixir vault ever, because they, okay. So horde enemies are giving out decent amounts. We should easily be able to complete this without any problems. But the nice thing, the thing that I love so much about this Smite build is I can just run around and loot things. And then as things attack me, they just die. So I don't have to do anything. I just run around and grab the goodies. And then occasionally pop a heal. I'll be able to get up there someday. There we go. And that's all I gotta do, is just run around, run into enemies so they die, and then occasionally pop a heal when I get a little bit low on HP. And that is essentially the build in a nutshell. And it works great. I don't know how well it will do against the final boss. I will probably have to rework some things for that, because this is really a build that is kind of more designed to take on groups of enemies, since, that's mostly what you're going to be fighting in the vaults. We'll use a little bullet there. Also, I have been dumping some points into Nova, since I'm actually somewhat focused on mana and ability power at this point anyway. So I figured, you know what, why not? Dump a few points. You know what, looks like there's more down here than I thought. Doesn't look like we get a ton of experience from ores, but it's a decent amount. Still, though, I'm not worried. We should be totally fine to complete this, since enemies are dropping enough experience. So we're about 5 minutes in, and we're roughly a quarter of the way there, a little over, probably. So yeah, this is looking like we'll be just fine. I don't know that I actually mentioned it. I did actually complete the remaining relics that I was missing. So that's nice. Gives us a little bit of extra vault time. I think we now start with... I don't remember exactly how much. I am also wearing the trinket that gives me extra vault time as well. So I figure that won't be particularly useful for the final boss, but it could be useful as we're kind of running these vaults to prepare for the final boss. So figure might as well use it now. But... yes, champions. Champions are good. Hi. You know what? You're just gonna die anyway. We'll just melt you. It's fine. I love how quickly this thing can burn down enemies, because it just repeatedly hits them over and over and over again until they're dead, as long as you don't run out of mana. That is kind of the one downside to this build, is that if you do run out of mana, and like the timing can be a little bad, and it can cause you to essentially lose smite. It doesn't happen very often. It's happened to me a couple times though. And if it causes the smite skill to end, then you're kind of in trouble, because it has a minute cooldown, which is a really long time before you can activate it again. So that is something to be aware of. Also, it seems like when you leave the vault with smite active, it stays active, but then when you come back into another vault, it doesn't, like, work. So there's like I don't know if it's I'm assuming it's a bug of some sort, but just remember to turn it off when you leave the vault, and then, you know, that way you can turn it back on once you're done. Yes, I would like all of your living chest items, please. Thank you. Ooh, hello. Challenging dungeon. We'll take a peek. Living chests? I mean, I think we can do this. Challenging could be a little rough, admittedly, but the rewards, though, like, do you know how many burger pieces I can get? We're just gonna have to be a little careful and be cautious with our health and stuff. Like, yeah, these guys hit pretty hard. It's fine, though. Like, I can just pop out here, and we can kind of do one of these. We can kind of cheese them just a little bit. There we go. But I think it'll be worth it to grab all of these living chests, because that's a lot of burger pieces, potentially. Or burger components, perhaps, I should say. That would probably be a better way to refer to them. But even the challenging enemies, they get burned down pretty quick, too. So this is... I mean, I've done challenging dungeons with this build before, and it actually worked out better than I thought it would. It wasn't super difficult. Although, admittedly, that was a skeleton dungeon. Oh, this is the end. Oh, I'm trapped. This is not where I want to be. Okay. Yeah. Yep. It's fine. We're okay. Well, I appear to have uncovered another dungeon, and this one is normal difficulty and zombies. So this, actually, coins seem to be giving us a decent amount. So it's possible we might actually just complete the Elixir thing while we're in here. We'll see. I'm not super optimistic. We'll probably have like a little bit of it left, but it is possible. Either way, you can never have enough money, considering so many things involving crafting gear and stuff like that involves vault gold. So I'm not going to complain. Are you the final boss already? That was quick. That was very quick. This is a very tiny little dungeon, it appears. Okay, that's fine. Did I miss one? No. Get these, get that. And I think that is the entire dungeon. Very, very small one. But hey, I'll take some free coins. And another dungeon. Found an echo gem in this ore chunk, by the way. But, hey, you want to keep throwing dungeons at me? I will keep doing them. I mean, they progress my objective, and on top of that, they give me lots of loot. Yeah, don't mind if I do. Okay, there we go. We now have enough elixir to complete the vault, although we still have over 15 minutes of actual time left. So we didn't even get halfway through the vault, time-wise, before we completed it. No complaints about that, that's for sure. Okay, we found the boss spider. And he will die just like all the rest. At least, oh, maybe that wasn't the boss spider. Maybe that was just a random champion. Yeah, you know what? I think that was just a random champion. There's the boss spider. This one actually looks a little bit nastier, since he can poison. But Smite just burns him down. Gotta love it. And we did get an archive. Okay, fantastic. Let's do a level... taunt, maybe? I don't know. I'm not really going to use any of those, to be honest. I'm more interested in the armor archives that allow us to upgrade, get new craftable armor modifiers. I think those are a little bit more useful for me. But it's fine. Another dungeon completed, and we've completed a lodestone as well. I did actually fight all the enemies over here, so I might as well just peek. Yeah, I wasn't expecting any ore. But now I just have 13 and a half minutes to kill to get as much loot as I can get. So that's what I'm going to do. Well, we got a little less than 10 minutes left at this point. Unfortunately... Oh, there it is. It's back. Never mind. I was going to say, I accidentally hit the hotkey for my smite and turned it off, which means I had to wait a minute for it to come back. But I spent that minute just moving to the next room. I am a little concerned that I haven't actually seen a lodestone yet anywhere, which is a little out of the ordinary, but it's fine. I'm sure one will pop up, and I could start popping the hunter skill as well to help find one a little bit more easily, which I'll start doing probably at like 5 minutes if we still haven't come across one yet. But things are going... Oh, never mind. I found a lodestone. As if on cue. Gotta love it when that happens. More coins? Sure. So we will bookmark you for a moment. And then, we gotta go this way? Because I do want to keep looting. Well, we've only got about 2 minutes left. I just finished clearing out an ore room. And at this point, we're basically just trying to grab whatever we can find. That is still pretty quick. I know we're pretty close to that lodestone that we found. Oh, there's another one right here. Even better. Okay, cool. So we'll make this our last room then. We could stay longer if I wanted to make use of kiwis and all that kind of stuff, but might as well save them for a vault where we actually need them. And honestly, I feel like we've done pretty good in this vault anyway, so I'm not gonna, waste kiwis and stuff. It's fine. We'll be alright. And I don't know how many enemies we've killed, but it's gotta be quite a few. And there we go. Vault completed. I did end up popping a couple kiwis so I could finish looting this room. But not a big deal. I think it was worth it. And we got the vault all completed. And I think it was a pretty good vault, honestly. Let's see. We got 117, almost 118,000 experience. We mined 463 coin piles. That's a lot of coin piles. 99 ores and 179 chests, as well as killed 853 enemies. So, not too shabby. We also get our Elixir crate, and we have completed a Joe doll. who is actually online at the moment, and a couple levels behind me, so he should get a nice little decent amount of experience from this. I do have a legendary bounty currently for Painite ore. Got that from an Etho doll, or Etho completed one of my dolls. But yeah, this is how it's going. We're making progress, and we're getting there. Well, my friends, it is done. We are up to level 100. Huge help were the burgers, for sure. That's how I got most of the experience, if I'm being entirely honest, was just scarfing down burgers, putting on some pounds, so to speak. As far as our last skill point, I just put it in Unbreaking. And I think I grabbed a level of Life Leech. I might swap these around and do other things. I haven't really decided yet. But now the next step is just gear. So I have a crystal that I have prepared here that is 6 Ornate and 2 bonus Ornate. And we're going to run this and just see what it looks like. We'll just see if I'm able to get just a crazy amount of Ornate chests, or if this is going to be essentially a waste of my time. Actually, no, we're good. I was going to say, as far as my trinkets for this run, I'm running one that gives me extra vault time, and then my normal thing here. So let's just go. Looks like it is a scavenger vault, but we don't care about scavenger, like, at all. We're just going for chests. We don't care about actually completing the vault. If we come across, I mean, and it also does have Ornate chests on the list, but, like, who cares? So, in theory, this should we should be able to find tons of Ornate chests here. We'll see how it goes, though. Yeah, so there's Ornate chests that are just going to spawn randomly around. But maybe not as many as I was thinking. Here we go. If we find these, though, if we find actual Ornate nodes that have the Ornate stuff that we're looking for, then we should find tons of them. So we'll just kind of have to see how it goes, and hope for the best. I also should have Respect Hunter into Ornate. Did I grab a thing? Yeah. I even made the, like, potion thing to Respect Hunter, and then I forgot to use it before I walked in here. So that's kind of my fault, but it's fine. Grab that. And we're just going to go. The goal here is just to collect as many Ornate chests as possible. And try and get essentially as much vault gear as we possibly can. That's what we really care about. And I don't think these affect dungeons. So that is something to keep in mind. If we come across a dungeon, we'll still look at it just to see if it is an Ornate dungeon, because you can still get a lot of chests and stuff there, but yeah, you can see here we're getting coins and stuff that we don't really care about. There is a dungeon. It is normal, and it is coins. So, yeah, we're not going to bother, unfortunately. Coins are great, too. I do need them, but what we really care about is Ornate chests. Okay, we have a village. I forget what type of village this is. If it's Ornate, though, there should be a massive amount. I know that if you look at the sky, it tells you, but I don't remember what sky corresponds to what color. So we'll just have to take a peek. And it's living. Okay, well, it was worth a shot. We're going to do one of these for living chests in the near future to essentially try to replace all of the burgers so that other hermits can level up easily as well by just scarfing down burgers galore. But for now, Ornate chests are the goal. That's what we care about. That's what we're going for. Okay, I seem to have fallen. I mean, I'll still grab living chests if they're right in front of my face like this. Okay, here we go. This is more along the lines of what we're looking for. It's just random stacks of ornate chests just like sitting around. And that is finally what we're getting. For a little while there, I swear I was finding more living chests than ornate, despite the fact that we've added a ton of ornate modifiers to this. Maybe not enough. Like, I don't know how many you need to add for it to be meta, but whatever. Like, we'll do what we can. I see no ornate chest down here at all, so yeah, we're leaving this little spot down here. There's nothing. Oh, hello. Here we go. There's a few ornate chests, finally. Took a little while. Oh, yeah. This is a decent room for ornate chests. Finally, man. This has been one of those situations where I guess I was just expecting to see more, but we're finally getting a decent amount here. This is the first room we've come across that's really had quite a few of them all sort of right next to each other instead of having to make me go look and look and look all over the place for them. Well, I did find a dungeon, and it's a normal dungeon with coins, which isn't exactly what I'm looking for. But what I'm going to do is just run in here as quick as I possibly can, and just grab this, and then leave as quickly as I can. Because I don't really care about the reward, like the coins and stuff that much, but I was like, hey, you know what? We'll run in, we'll check and see real quick, because it's a fairly large dungeon, if there's an archive at the end, and then we'll get out. So, that's what we did. World's fastest dungeon. Oh, there we go. There's a decent amount. All nice and grouped up. More of this, please. Well, we are down to about 12 and a half minutes left, and like we're still finding, ornate chests here and there, but not nearly as many as I was hoping to find. I'm a little bit disappointed, if I'm being honest here, but hey, you know what? It's fine. Oh, hey, Etho logged on. We'll have to see if maybe, like, the problem is I'm just not finding ornate chests. like here's one, finally, where this is actually supposed to be an ornate chest node, but there's just not that many of them to go around. And as a result, like, I'd say we've probably found about the equivalent of, like, the blacksmith Omega room. Like, that many worth of ornate chests. Which is, like, that's great. But it's not nearly as many as I was hoping for. I was hoping to have this be, like, a crazy amount of ornate chests. But hey, you know what? I guess lesson learned. Put more catalysts on, or maybe invest in the... well, now it's kind of too late. I mean, there are ways to undo my expertises, but they're very expensive. If this is what I want to do... Oh, you know what? I just took a wrong turn. I need to be going the other way. And maybe what I should have done is just invest in the catalyst expertise so that I don't have as much instability going on to crystals and that I can make better crystals. Because I kind of hit a point where I had too much instability where I couldn't continue. So it was like, I don't know. We'll keep experimenting with it. I don't know exactly what I'm looking for at this point, other than, I mean, obviously ornate chests, but like for the future, I mean, really all I need is gear for the final fight. I am level 100. I've got everything else figured out. It's just, I just need gear. All right, well, we are leaving. We've got I chewed through a bunch of kiwis and other stuff. Let's take a peek, though. We managed to loot 199. So we managed to loot 200, roughly, ornate chests. Some of, of varying qualities and stuff. The question is, how did we do? We did all right. We got almost an entire backpack, a big backpack, filled with vault gear. Maybe worth it? I don't know. Let's see. So this is all the vault gear we got. We didn't complete the actual vault itself because it was a scavenger vault. We got a crystal ball trinket. Let's just peek through some of this gear. So far, I am not seeing much. Poison avoidance. Can't put any more stuff on it. Okay. Yeah, I mean, that one's not awful. That's actually okay. We could put armor on that. Yeah, that is actually an upgrade compared to what we had. If we put armor on it, basically. Magnets are kind of bad. Level of Empower, not really useful for me, but maybe somebody will be able to do something with it. That's actually a pretty decent magnet. 24% copiously chance, although I think there's other things I'd rather go with. And yeah, the rest of this is all kind of bad too. +6 chaining attack, but bad damage. Yeah, honestly, not really impressed. How did we do on other stuff? We got a decent amount of gold, a couple of pogs. Yeah, we did okay. I mean, I guess I got a helmet. I got a helmet. That's about it. Everything else, not the best, but it's fine. Lesson learned. I guess to really get value from those, make sure you're spec'd into the correct hunter. That's something that I totally I made the flask and everything. It was in my inventory. I just forgot to drink it before I went in. So that one's on me. And then put more catalysts on, I guess. But guys, that is going to do it for today's episode. We're out of time. We made it to level 100. And at this point, it's just all about the gear grind. So, my friends, if you enjoyed the video, you know what to do. Links in the description below, so check that out as well. Otherwise, my friends, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.